Hey everybody, this video once again brings us back out to Westchester, Pennsylvania, and we're here at the West Goshen Center. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce that. If you know, leave a comment down below. But the reason why we're out here today is to take a look at something pretty awesome. I was actually just out this way last week. As you guys may or may not know, I was at the Oakland's Cemetery to take a look at the grave of the creator of the NBC Peacock. Pretty awesome cemetery. Definitely a cool video, definitely a cool grave. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out. But while I was driving out there, I drove past this and I knew I had to come back out here to take a look at this and to document this and to show this to you guys because it is really awesome. Definitely a throwback to my childhood. However, before we do actually take a look at that, I think I might have another throwback to my childhood right here below my feet. And that's whatever used to be right here in this area. As you can see, there's a little drive-through section here. So who knows what used to be here? My thoughts are maybe this is where an old like 24-hour film developing booth used to be. Who remembers the old film developing booths? You would drop your film off within 24 hours or 12 hours or however many hours it was. You would come back and you would actually pick up your developed photos. It'd have photographs for you. Who even uses film anymore? Nobody uses film anymore. Nobody actually has physical photographs anymore. I mean, maybe some of you guys do, but for the most part, I think everybody just takes their photos, probably with their phones nowadays. Do people even use digital cameras anymore? It's so weird when I see somebody pull out like a digital camera. Like even that seems old school nowadays. Everybody just takes photos with their phones now. But I'm thinking maybe possibly right here at one point sat an old film developing hut. I could be wrong about that. If you guys know what used to sit here, if you're from the area, leave a comment down below about that. But anyway, we're not here to take a look or really to talk about film developing huts, although I do believe you actually used to be able to get your film developed in what we're going to take a look at right now. This is just too cool. I can't believe I'm actually walking up to this. I cannot believe the signage for this still exists. That's what had my mind completely blown. That's what made me had to come back out here to show this to you guys, to document this, to take a look at this, because all the signage for the store does still exist. Take a look at this, guys. It is an old school 1980s style Kmart. That is pretty amazing. It's not even a big K. That is a Kmart. That is 1980s vintage style Kmart right there. Towards the end of Kmart's lifespan, they tried to rebrand themselves. They became Big K. They sort of changed up the stores a little bit and put some new stuff in, kind of changed their style. They sort of were getting away from the sort of, 80s kind of look they had going for many, many years. And they tried to sort of rebrand themselves, and they were the Big K. And all the signs changed. Not this one. This one did not become a Big K. This one stayed a classic Kmart. And the fact that the old classic Kmart sign still exists has my mind completely blown. I was not expecting that. There's the Kenmore sign, the Craftsman sign, the Die Hard sign, the Garden Shop sign. It's all still here. This just shut down, and they never took this stuff down. I honestly would have thought this all would have been taken down. This store, even though nothing's in here, even though it's abandoned, nobody else has moved in, I still would have assumed all this stuff would have been taken down. All this signage would have been removed, so nobody would come out here still thinking they could actually go to Kmart or something. But no, it all still resides. But who knows how much longer this is going to be here. Even though this did close down over a decade ago. How long ago did Kmart's close? It was a long time ago. It was definitely over a decade ago that all the Kmarts in the area started closing down. Even though it's been a long time since this store and all the other stores in the area closed and nothing else has moved in, I still want to say it's probably only a matter of time until eventually these signs do come down. And before they do, I wanted to document this because Kmart was my store to go to as a kid. We did not have Walmarts in the area. We did not have Targets in the area when I was a kid back in the 80s and even into the early 90s. That was not a thing. We did not have those types of stores in the area. I think we had an Ames. We had a couple Ames in the area. And I want to say maybe we had a Bradley's, maybe something else. I cannot remember what else there was, what other kind of stores like this used to exist. But even though we had a Bradley's, even though we had an Ames, and we did go to those occasionally, I would say probably 90% of the time we had to go to a store like this, it was always Kmart. There was one not too far away from my house. It was right by my grandmother's house. We'd always go to the Kmart store to get anything we need, whatever we need to pick up, like people do nowadays, making their Target runs or going to out to Walmart, like people do nowadays. We would go to Kmart to pick up all of our stuff, to get clothing, to get toys, to get just whatever we need. We would go to Kmart. And it's so cool to see the old Kmart signage. This was not the store we would go to. This is not my local store. This store's about a half hour away from where I lived as a kid, but within maybe like 5 minutes of where I lived as a kid was where the Kmart that I used to frequent all the time was. Look at this. I wish, there's no way. Yeah, if these doors opened up, we could totally be going inside there right now, but they do not, unfortunately. They're all locked up. We unfortunately cannot get inside here. I wish we could. If any of these doors did open up, we would be going inside. I don't care. I'd have to go inside. Yeah, the sensors are no longer working. You can actually see inside here, which is pretty awesome. Take a look at this. The windows are filthy though. Still though, you can actually see inside here, which is really, really awesome. There's not much left in there anymore. I'm seeing just actually I'm really seeing nothing. It's just completely barren inside there. Still, I would love to go in there. Look at the old hello sign. I just would love to go inside there and just see it. Maybe it still smells like a Kmart. Kmart used to have its own sort of smell, which sounds bad, but it's not. I don't mean that in a bad way. I miss the smell of Kmart. I miss the fact that all Kmarts, for the most part, had a very sort of like 1980s style. Even when they did go to Big K, they all still kind of felt very, very old school. And I used to still frequent Kmart, even when Kmart fell out of fashion, when people would make fun of Kmart and call it names and, oh no, Kmart, now you want to go to Walmart, you want to go to Target, who goes to Kmart anymore? I would still go to Kmart because I would still find deals there on Black Friday. I would go out to Kmart and find deals there. And the only time I've actually ever been to this specific Kmart right here was actually when they were going out of business. I did come out here when they were closing down, found some deals on some movies, found the coolest thing ever here, which was a 6-way or an 8-way HDMI splitter. When you go into a Kmart or a Target or a Walmart or whatever, and you see big displays of TVs, even places like Best Buy, you see these big TV displays, and they're all playing the same exact thing. The way they do that is they have an HDMI splitter. So the Blu-ray player or DVD player or whatever goes in, and then it splits the signal like 8 different ways to 8 different TVs. Those things are crazy expensive, or at least they used to be crazy expensive. I got one for like $10 here. It was awesome when they were closing down. Look at the old garden shop signage. It's all still here. I remember Kmart was definitely known for their garden centers. I don't remember my family ever buying anything from the garden centers. We had a gardening shop nearby that we used to buy stuff from all the time, but I don't remember actually getting any garden supplies ever as a kid with my family from the actual Kmarts. But did you guys ever go to the gardening centers? Look at this, you can see inside here. Again, the amazing doors here. All the cool signage is still here. There's actually signage inside as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. The old Kmart Garden Center sign is there. You can see inside here. I remember there were swimming pools and all kinds of things you could actually buy here. Look at the dove down here. Look at that. There's just a dove. Oh, I'm not gonna bother you, buddy. There's just a dove hanging out here at the Kmart. I know. I miss the Kmart as well. I also, Mr. and Mrs. Dove, I miss going to Kmart as well. They miss Kmart. I miss Kmart. Look at the old chain link fence here. This is back again for the gardening center. This is where all the big, large outdoor plants were. Like I said, the gardening centers at Kmart were pretty big and crazy. I don't remember ever buying anything from them ever personally because I was too young at the time. I did not have a house. I would not have been buying any gardening supplies, but I don't remember my family ever buying any gardening supplies either from the Kmart. If you did, like I said, leave a comment down below. Pretty cool. I don't know what the dove's doing. I hope he's okay. Or she's okay. Not flying away. I don't know. Just sort of hanging out down there. Wish him, he or she could do some shopping here at Kmart. Check out all the deals they had. See, they're missing the blue light specials. That's what they're missing. Who remembers the blue light special? That was when they had a cart. It was literally just a cart with a big blue light on top of a pole, and they would wheel it over to like the TV section and say, blue light special, TVs are on sale. Or they'd wheel it over into like the children's clothing and say, blue light special, children's bathing suits on sale. That's all it was. It was a cart with a blue light on a pole. And wherever they would put it, that's when the blue light specials would happen. And the attention Kmart shoppers, blue light special on TVs. Like, oh, I miss the old announcements on the loudspeakers and stuff. That was so awesome back in the days. I remember they would always have the little machines you could ride outside. There was always like the merry-go-round, or you could ride on a rocket ship or something like that. I remember doing that as a kid. Of course, little Caesars, that was a big thing Kmart used to have inside them. They always had the little Caesars that you could eat at. My local Kmart had a little ice cream store inside as well. Again, I would like to do a whole video for you guys. Maybe I'll do that maybe this week or so. We'll go out to my old Kmart, because it is still there. You could actually go inside. It's a completely different store now, but I might do a video for my old Kmart, going inside, reminiscing, talking to you guys about the Kmart, and just showing you what it now looks like inside and what it used to be inside, what I remember it being like inside as a kid. If you guys want to see that video, leave a comment down below. I love to talk about, again, the little Caesars and the ice cream parlor, getting ice cream there as a kid, getting toys there. My aunt always taking us out to always taking us out to, I was going to say King of Prussia. We're not in King of Prussia, we're in Westchester. Always taking us out to, it was in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, that's where it was. Always taking us out to Pottstown, Pennsylvania to go to the Kmart out there. So many fond memories of Kmart. I miss them so much. And it's so cool that all the old signage still exists for this Kmart. The fact that they never actually took it down, it's all still right here. But for how much longer, who knows? I can only imagine at some point, at some time, this probably will be taken down, and this whole area will probably be turned into something else. Somebody else will take over this property and move in here. Who knows who that might be someday. It's actually kind of in a prime area. Right there is the highway. Here's the exit to the highway. The exit literally drops you off right here at the shopping center. And then right down the road is Westchester University. So why this hasn't been turned into a Walmart or a Target yet, I have no idea. It seems like a prime location for a Target or a Walmart. Down the road is actually Exton, Pennsylvania. They have a Walmart and they have a Target, but still it's a little bit of a drive away, especially for the college kids who could easily come over here and do their shopping. So who knows how much longer this will be here. But before the signage is taken down, before somebody else moves in here, before this location is no longer sporting the old school 1980s Kmart signage, I had to get out here and document this for you guys and document this for me, just because I miss Kmart. I love Kmart. I wish Kmart was still a thing. There's only 3 locations still left in the world. I believe one in New Jersey, one in New York, and one in Miami. The one in Jersey I've been thinking about going out to. Maybe at some point I will actually make the drive out to the Target in New Jersey, or maybe I'll just wait till I move to Florida and go hit up the one in Miami. That's the way I roll. Most people would go to Miami to party or go to bars or go to the beaches or whatever there is exciting to do in Miami. Me, I would go to Miami for the purpose of going to Kmart. That is absolutely what I would do. I would drive the 5 hours from Orlando to Miami just to go to an old school Kmart. So awesome. This still exists, sort of. I mean, again, it doesn't actually exist. You can't go inside. It's no longer a Kmart, but the signage still exists. It's like a throwback. It's like it's trapped in time. I feel like I'm going back in time just walking out here. Even though this was not my Kmart I used to go to as a kid, this was not my local Kmart, it just reminds me of my local Kmart. And I do miss it. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. I could literally ramble on and talk about Kmart for like an hour with you guys. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe if we go out to the Kmart by my house, or what used to be the Kmart by my house, I will talk to you guys for an hour about Kmart. But for right now, I will let you guys go. Just wanted to show you the old signage. All the fact that the old doors are still here. Some of the signs inside are here. Welcome shoppers. Talks about service for the handicapped inside there. Again, the old hello sign, the garden sign, all the different like manufacturers they used to sell here, all the different products they sold here. Pretty awesome. Leave comments down below. I want to hear about your memories of Kmart. Were you a Kmart kid? Did you go to Kmart as a kid? Was that your thing? Or were you a Target kid, a Walmart kid, a Bradley's, an Ames kid, whatever other stores like that used to exist by you? Was that your thing? Were you like me? Did you grow up going to Kmart for all your supplies, and your clothing and your toys and your video games and your bicycles and who knows, maybe gardening supplies and everything else as a kid. If that was what you did, I want to hear your stories down below about your times with Kmart. And do you miss Kmart? I absolutely miss them. Wish we could go inside. Wish we could still do some shopping at Kmart. Wish Kmart would make a comeback. And sadly, we only have 3 stores left in all the United States. Why there's one still in Miami? Miami seems like a really weird place for there to still be a Kmart. Like New York and New Jersey, I go, yeah, okay, I can see a Kmart being there. But why Miami? Miami seems like a really weird, bizarre place for a Kmart still to exist. But all right, guys, like I said, leave your comments down below. Let me hear your stories on Kmart. Do you miss Kmart? Do you wish you could still shop there? Do you wish they'd make a comeback and you could still go out to your local Kmart store and do some shopping? If you do, I would love to hear all about it. All right, I'm gonna go now, guys. I'm gonna stop rambling about my love and my memories and my passion for Kmart. Who knew I was so passionate about Kmart? I didn't know until I got out here and started filming this. Now I realize, wow, I really do miss these stores. I really do miss going into Kmart and doing Kmart shopping. All right, guys. I was an attention Kmart shopper. I was one of the Kmart shoppers back in the day, and my family was as well. So, all right, guys, like I said, that's it. So, as always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below about your thoughts on Kmart. Also, check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard. I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also, check down below for links to Spreadshirt. We can grab yourself retro rest out t-shirts. Proceeds, both from the Spreadshirt and from Patreon, to get help supporting the show, keeping the show going. I really do appreciate it. Again, I'm gonna go. I'm starting to mumble now. I'm very hungry. I need to get myself some lunch. I wish I could go into Kmart and get myself some Little Caesars. That would be amazing right now, but unfortunately, I cannot do that. So, all right, guys, like I said, check down below. It's getting windy too. All right, guys, so check down below for all the different links. If you guys do hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button, and it's very windy now. You hit that subscribe button. I can't get away from the wind. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You guys do hit that like button, and you do hit that subscribe button, and you are subscribed, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.